Warning, being a redneck is dangerous. Please do not attempt anything you see on this show without extensive training on how to be a redneck.
I swim with snakes and gators, I chase creatures round and round. I drown my sins in the river, can't leave before my feet hit the ground. I reach in hard places where the timid dark not try. So if you need some peace of mind, I'll be a redneck for hire.
I have a GoPro that I use on scene a lot when we're doing a lot of this filming. It's a GoPro Hero Black. It's waterproof. Plan on strapping it on top of Mike's head one day so we can go swimming up into a beaver dam. But
well, we figured like if we was out in the woods at night, it's a whole lot easier carrying them GoPros, and they pick up, real good. I mean, it's just almost the same thing as using the cameras, except you got both hands that you can do things with.
But we have a GoPro that we use. We end up buying another one to use on scene for Rednecks for Hire. And so we have both of them up there filming, and we decided to just test them out, see what we can do at different settings and whatnot.
That's crazy. Now we're out here trying to get some raccoons, y'all.
Well, we know who the future redneck is now. She's already got it. Well, let's do our prayer before we go out and catch these coons. Or get rid of these coons, anyways. We're out here on this property. They asked us to come back out here and get these coons out of these deer stands and messing their feeders up and stuff. So we'll have a prayer and then we'll get started.
All right.
Kevin?
Dear Father, thanks for letting us all meet up here again today and help out our fellow community with eradicating some coons that are eating up all the corn. Please forgive us our sins and please keep us safe tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Okay.
What are we blowing? You have an old deer stand?
Hey.
Well, there will be. Let's blow this one.
Even the boots have got a big old hole on that now. Yours.
Yeah.
Talking about your CV axle about to fall out.
Oh gosh.
No, that's straight axle on the back, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what that means? You can do a mean wheelie on this thing.
That's a good thing, too. Being on the back, that's great.
I'm gonna get me $79. They got this foam that you can put right here, and it's a seat.
Oh, they get your model staging four-wheel drive at all times.
All times.
You just got the high and low range.
Yeah, you got high and low.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Kevin knows these folks out there. Matter of fact, he hunts out there. Well, let's rephrase that. He goes out there. I think he killed one little deer this year. And, he keeps saying he's going after the horns. I hope they taste good because I've never been able to eat any.
I'm glad David got that new four-wheeler now. I ain't gonna worry about mosquito dope every time I go up there and smoke so much. Oh, we're gonna talk about shark teeth on the deer feeders.
Me and Kevin and Ellie and Mike all went out there and was resetting these feeders, and these coons were having a terrible time. These coons are educated coons. They got a college education, I promise you, because they can climb up a slick pole and get to the feeder.
When the coons get up there, they'll tear the solar panels and the deer feeders up, the mechanisms, if they can get to it, and that's the whole purpose, to keep them from getting to it.
Some of them tried to climb up here because I see some more.
Oh man, look at that.
I see some more.
Them coons are killing me. How do they do that? I've got to do something here.
Well, I tell you, this here is not working because what they're doing is they're getting right here. Coming up. This, the stuff that I'm talking about, we could wrap it. You know, we could take nails and drive it and wrap it around it.
Yeah, they're grabbing right here. I see mud like scraping
you can see they're grabbing and they're getting their little claws right here.
And that's what the fur is.
And the fur is from their belly.
We got up there and Kevin had put some grabbers or some things on the legs that had spikes on it to keep them from climbing up it. Well, that didn't stop them. They climb up it anyways. You could see bits of raccoon fur and little blood spots where they got their feet hung in it, and it didn't stop them. They got right up there and they tore that feeder all up.
Yep.
I can't get that. And I didn't bring nothing with me.
I did. What do you need?
Leatherman, something to dig into.
I got a pair of needle nose pliers.
Yeah, that'll work. Man, they just ripped that apart. All right.
That's why I'm gonna see you go. I come prepared.
Yeah, if I was in my other pants.
Yeah, if a frog had legs, he wouldn't hit his butt when he hopped too.
I can't get this off. Up there.
The reason why is
You wanna
because
just
you're
shoot it?
holding it. You're holding the back when it says to move that way.
Way to go, girl. All us fellas listen to your daughter once in a while.
Yeah, they ripped it apart.
But he was all out about, well, let's put the wires back this way and then twist it here and do this. And I said, dude, we got all this wire here and it's disconnected here. You're putting all this wire out and you're giving them all this wire to grab hold and yank out. I said, shorten that cable up. I said, you don't need that. And so I bypassed a lot of stuff for him that he didn't need. It was just wasted effort. And he couldn't figure out why it wasn't working and this, that, and there. So I got up there and used my education, redneck education, and wired it up for him so he could know. And he said, oh, I didn't know it worked that way. And I said, yeah, well, you know.
I don't listen to David half the time. It goes in one ear after the other.
This.
I'm gonna get some PVC pipe.
Look at this. See, it's protecting this.
Yeah.
See? Now that won't rub. You know, these two wires can't rub together and short out.
But now that's not connected here to charge the solar
It
battery.
is. It's connected the same thing. This wire here, there's no difference. It's going from here to here, okay? No difference. And if you take it and hook it here, no difference.
Is the display still on?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright.
That's a coon hunting nightmare, this thicket.
But they here, you can tell they're here.
Oh, very good. Well, we need to go blow something
So
up
we get-
and get ready. You bring the dogs?
They'll be here in a little while.
They'll be here in a little while.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
let them loose.
Yeah, she loves going out to the deer camp. I mean, we have a blast. I mean, the first time I took her out there, we showed her how to put the deer and deer corn in the feeders and whatnot. And I actually had to put one together, a new one that I was doing out there. And after I started doing it, and about part through it, she said, "Move over, Dad, I got this." And she took over. She put the corn in it, the whole 9 yards. She loves it.
He come back for a week or two. I think it's spring break or something, and he was visiting, and so we brought her out there to sort of help drive the four-wheeler, which that was a story in its own.
Oh, she can drive that thing. Now, at night, I took her on a coon hunt with me one night. Me knowing the trails was better, I had to take over, but she can drive that thing like nobody's business.
Going down a hill, and she stops, and I'm just on this four-wheeler we just bought, which has no brakes. she stops in front of me, and I'm going 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour down a hill with no brakes. So I'm screaming and hollering, and off the woods I go, you know, trying to stop the thing.
Hung a hard left.
No brakes, so you better get going.
Gosh.
I'm gonna hit you.
Yeah, just keep going. Pass it. Don't ever follow somebody if you ain't got no brakes. You know, or that close. You stay back. You gotta mix this stuff.
No, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
I'm sure we'll find something out there.
See, I'm not gonna be here for that. I'm gonna like go off somewhere.
What?
I don't want to see that.
Big boom.
It's really cool though.
Well, we kind of mixed Boom Boom up like we always do, and then they had some kind of chalk, I guess it was chalk or whatever, you know, that you do on roofs and stuff, and he poured some of that in there, and then we set some on top of there.
We wanted some color in our Boom Boom. You know, when it explodes, we just didn't want to see white smoke. We really want to try something different, just for fun.
What are you gonna do for the blue stuff?
Yeah, we're gonna put it on just right on top,
Right on top, and see if it makes the blue smoke.
and then, or do you want to try mixing it up in there and see?
Well, I mean, you'd be here all day doing that.
What the?
I don't know. It's gonna be something different.
That's gonna be interesting. Dude, is that not blue?
And don't mix it. We don't want to mix it up with it.
No, just put it on.
And just see what happens.
Kills it or something. You gonna put this on top of it? Or? No, that dang there. Put it all in there.
Top of the hill where that yellow pole is.
Alright, this is the new Boom Boom.
Yep, new Boom Boom, and we're gonna hopefully I can hit this thing. Fire in the hole. No blue.
That sure didn't, but it made a different color, but it wasn't blue. It wasn't blue.
It done alright, but it didn't turn out like we was hoping it would.
Yeah, there's blue.
You can barely see it.
I still see one.
I don't see it.
But
I can't believe I hit it.
I can't believe you hit it either. You can give us no chance to.
Did you bring the red?
No, I didn't bring the red.
Like Kevin said, just mix it up in there with it.
Yeah, try it. Them aluminum particles get coated with something, then the binary won't work. So we found that out real quick, so you can't mix anything in it. All right, take number 2 of the experimental different colored stuff. What's it called?
Scared your daughter because she just leaves.
Where'd you go? You want to shoot it? You don't want to shoot it? Alright. See if I can hit it twice. Fire no.
Nope. There's fish number 1.
I think I'm hitting it.
You know, since he's got old and retired, you know, his eyesight's are kind of getting bad, but now I notice now he's always running around squinting his eyes trying to get where he can see.
I was hitting it. You can go over and I can show the bullet holes in it. It just wasn't going off. Same thing when we was at Revolutionary Park. I was hitting it. I hit it 3 or 4 times and it just wouldn't go off. Iron sights, shooting at 100 yards. I dare anybody to try it.
Hit it. He done hit it. He hit it again. We know what not to do then.
Yeah.
No, you hit it. 1, oh,
How many holes you see in about?
1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
Where's the little packages?
Is that in it?
It's not in here.
Did you?
They're in the big canister. Do the redneck shake. Let me get out of these ants.
Oh wow.
And do the redneck shake.
We quit picking on him. He's picking on his own self.
That's right. We just got to quit. He does it himself.
He does it himself. We don't even
Got no
think that
routine.
no more.
I tell you what. I tell you what I did just see. Walk back up there to the 4-wheeler.
That's how it got in.
Is that how I got bent? Billy, it just right there perfect.
You gonna let him pick on me like that?
I want to see if we can put it up in the
Maybe
tree.
I'll put too much in there. That's all.
Well, we mixed it up last time. We're not gonna mix it up. We're just gonna see if it red. We couldn't see the blue. It might have been too blue against a blue sky. I don't know. We just couldn't see
I
it.
saw orange.
You saw orange?
Well, yeah, 'cause we had white. When it blows, it goes white.
Yeah.
And I think it caught that.
I wonder if it caught it on fire and just.
Oh, here's the blue.
Yeah, that's red.
We'll go, son.
I'm trying to find it.
It don't matter if you grab one. I mean, you got 3 of them red.
No, that's the blue. That's the blue.
You want red or blue?
Red.
He said,
It said red 4 times.
All right, y'all ready?
We're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready. All right. Fire and hold. Yeah,
Orange and red.
that's a lot more smoke than usual.
that's it.
That's it.
Didn't do nothing. And I think we did some red and blue. I think the red turned a little bit of orange, and that was about it. But
It didn't do that well, like we thought it was going to do. You know, of course David thought, you know, he seen red, it was going to be red, you know, but he's colorblind. It was just white to me.
No, we did.
The reason we got the red, we put the red is because we piled it on top.
Okay.
Told you putting it around.
And what went inside?
The red went inside,
But it didn't do.
but it turned it orange.
Why is that?
Because when it blows up, it's hitting that white smoke.
And I guess it's
Yeah. So we just got to put it on top of
Oh,
it.
what?
once we got through with all the play and everything, it started getting late in the evening. That's when we did the coon hunts.
It's a little wet right here. I got in a bad spot.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. They're going the opposite direction when they went. Uh-oh. He went that way. I just saw it. Oh, okay, that was him.
She's gonna use the bathroom.
He's going to go find Ellie. They had enough already.
So we got the dogs, got Mike's dogs ready, and the funniest thing was is Ellie did not want. We talked about the bark collars. Mike carries shock collars on his dogs, and all he's got to do is touch it and whistle, and they'll come to him. A lot of times he doesn't even have to touch it. They know that shock collar's on them, and so they'll come. Well, Ellie didn't like that.
I felt bad because the little girl didn't want me to run that collars on there, and we spent the rest of the night trying to catch the dog.
She'd been playing with the dogs and petting them, and she thought that was cruel, and so she conned Mike in. Mike had a soft heart, conned him into taking the collars off. Wrong. Ellie, I'm telling you right now, you come back, we love you to death, girl, but we're putting the shock collars on.
Mike is a high-tech redneck. Most people don't know that, but he got all kind of gadgets.
They took off, and so Mike takes off a couple minutes later, and he's got a GPS on, so he can figure out where they're at. And he takes off through the woods, and me and Ellie and Kevin and Jonas all take the four-wheelers, and we go down to this other area.
Oh man, back in the day, you just had to lay your shirt down and hope they come back the next day. You didn't know where they was at.
Mike just said, y'all stay here. I said, no, Mike. I said, I'm going with you. So me and Mike take off.
Yeah, we run him and ended up treating him on the opposite side of the cutover. And Kevin and Jonas and his daughters decided to stay over there on the four-wheeler. And me and David walked through the woods after I had to help him walk through the woods. I think he fell about 7 or 8 times.
You know, this is 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Through the swamp, through the snakes, everything out there that you can imagine. And we're taking off through there after these dogs. And Mike is running through the woods and he catches up with us. Well, we sit and we're watching, and the next thing you know, the dogs are 600 yards away from us through the swamp.
In the beginning, dogs took off. We heard them. There they go. We started chasing them. We never caught up with them. They might be over here, and Mike could be saying, "Oh yeah, they're 300 yards this way. Oh, they're moving. Now they're 700, and they quit." 10 minutes later, they pick it right back up again. He said he's more of a coon hunter than me, and he said that's the characteristics. Either that is a very fast coon, or they keep treeing a bobcat who keeps jumping from tree to tree.
Well, you can put these collars on this dog, and it tell you how far he is, how fast he's walking or running, and it tells you when they tree.
Yeah.
We need to get. Do you have that gun mount for the GoPro?
No.
I need to get.
Get enough of them on the GoPro?
Where's he at? Yeah.
Let me get the 20.
But we finally got over there where the coon was at, the tree.
And I finally got one hemmed up, and I think a bobcat was at the beginning of it, but they ended up treeing a coon at the end of it, and we took him out.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
You should have stayed close to that tree, buddy, where you want jerky. If you're going to do that.
Where do you want me to stand? Hit him one.
There you go.
You earned that.
Yep. Yeah. That's crazy. That's a duck dog right there.
Come on, girl.
I said she deserved that one. It ain't no big coon, but
that sucker got some legs.
This is what a raccoon looks like.
yeah, that ain't no rat, that's just a rat.
Don't work the gun,
Pretty funny.
That sucker sight off.